Hi. How's it going? How we doing? I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So I feel like I have to yell over it. Elvis, thank you for the first redeem. Autumn! Hi, how's it going? Oh, I really stripped my hair of color this morning. So they have to stick the things on your head for your hair, like in your hair. They just put like giant globs of goop, and it really just feels like you have gum stuck in your hair. Thank you for the lurk. Let me give you a shouty here. So I had to like scrub my hair, and I was just like this morning, and so it was with hot water too. So like all the color I had left is like basically gone now. But that's fine. I'm kind of liking the salmony blonde. You know, it didn't hurt to come out or anything, and it didn't bother me like to have it in my hair. Hi, Hellraiser.
Ahoy, ladies!
The only thing that sucked was when you try to run your hand through your hair, there'd just be a glob the size of like a wad of gum. It wasn't the consistency of gum when you actually like it was like a waxy thing, but when you're trying to like go like what's going on here, it's like once you got the water to it, it came apart quite easily. So I know you're already here, but and then once you got in there, it was like the consistency of gum. I would have turned this off, but it just started, and it's my jam. Literally my jam. Thank you. That's part of why I do my hair like the dark pink, because then I can last longer without having to dye it, because I like this stage too. Not long after this stage though, like my roots are coming in bad. I gotta get colored soon, but money, moolah. But one of the expenses I thought I'd have coming up, I don't have now, so that's nice. So sorry I'm late. I didn't expect, because last time I did a sleep study, I slept like a baby. I was like, I said hi to Hellraiser, but I didn't give you a shout out. Let me give you a shout out. So last one I did 3 or 4 years ago, slept like a baby. Best sleep I had in my life because I didn't have to sleep with my husband snoring. And it was just like, you know, a dark room where it's actually dark. It was quiet, no sound. And that bed was comfy. I hit the bed, and I basically, like, it took me a little bit to get to sleep, but once I did, I was out. I think I'd woken up once in the middle of the night because, like, something was a little uncomfy. But otherwise, I slept perfectly last night. Oh my god. Ooh, you're getting close to 100. That's exciting. That's a fun milestone. It's a lot of fun. It's like, oh my god, 100. But yeah, last night, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling good. It was impossible to get comfortable. It wasn't hot or anything. The fan did great, but I still was sweaty under the blankets. Like, it was... The bed wasn't that comfortable. I've had worse. But it wasn't that good. And then, I don't know what it was, whether she put things on wrong or I was just tossing too much because I wasn't comfortable, but she had to keep coming in and waking me up. Not like she was intentionally waking me up, but she had to come in and be like, oh, this is falling off, and like shove it back on my face, and I'm just like... And then at 5 o'clock, they're like, oh, hi, Peridot. At 5 o'clock, they're like, yeah, it's time to get up. And I'm like... And then she's like trying to pull everything off of me. She's like, hey, now sit up, and I'm just like... And then she's like, now let me rip this out of your hair, and I'm just like... And she's like, fill out this form and then just, you know, leave it on the desk when you go. And I'm like... And then I got to the car and I'm like, I don't know if I should be driving home. But I did and I made it no problem, obviously. But yeah, and so I ended up napping on the couch. And then I had to get Mini Jupe ready for... They're off school today for, you know, personal development days for the teachers or whatever. But I'd signed him up for a day program thing and regretted it because I think it was a bad idea, but I signed him up and I had to pay for it, so he's going. So I have to leave earlier than usual because that ends before school normally does. And then I got late because Fallen and I were running out to do some errands that we wanted to try to do. You know, I'm just gonna say it. I was gonna keep it a secret and like reveal it, but you guys are here, so you guys can get in on the secret early. So, as you know, I have issues with the fact that I had to wait so long to play Last of Us 1. And though I've bitched many times about the bullshittery of this on my channel, and after finishing Last of Us 1, I was just kind of disappointed because I didn't get anything really new from the show except for some fighting I didn't really care about. And I was just after waiting 10 years to play that game and then having such a disappointing, just like, it was a fun game, I had fun while playing it, but then when it was done, I was just like, oh, that's it. I don't get anything new. I don't get anything I didn't see on the show. In fact, the show gave me more, actually, in my opinion. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna let that happen for Last of Us 2, and because I have no idea when it's even remotely coming close to coming to PC, if ever. So we took all our PS2, Xbox, and Wii games. I think what they were, because we haven't touched them in like 10 years ourselves. Thought I heard my husband. And traded it in for a PS5. So we have a PS5 now. So now I just have to get my hands on The Last of Us 2, and I'll be playing that super secret stuff. Super secret. Whoop whoop. So now I can hopefully play Last of Us 2 before getting any more spoiled than I already have been. Thankfully, it's not major spoilers. I'm just really picky about spoilers. Like, I'm the sort of person, it depends on what it is. I used to be really bad about it for everything. I'm like, if I'm going to watch it, I don't want you to even mention it. I don't want you to even mention it exists. It was how bad I used to be. Now it's just something that's really important to me, and I haven't cared about anything this much in a long time to not be spoiled on. So, like, I don't even want people's opinions. I don't want to know they think it's a good game. I haven't been able to avoid that one, obviously. I don't want to know what it's about. Like, I went 10 years almost, I'd say about 9 years, without even knowing that there were zombies in Last of Us 1. I mean, I made an assumption, because most post-apocalyptic games, which it obviously was based on the cover, have zombies. But I didn't know. I didn't know for sure. I thought you were gaslighting me for a moment. I realized what you're doing. Your opinion is it's a bad game. Well, you're wrong. But, oh my god, Blue! So, I am excited. I also bought Bloodborne because it was there and it was only like $12. And I apparently play Souls games now. It's the... It was the lack of tone there, and I forgot. I was in my zone, Autumn, of what I was saying. So then I was like, wait, what? I also thought you were saying you couldn't hear me, and I was like, oh no, I'm talking too quietly, and then I realized what you were doing. So I never played it all, so I'm just being obstinate. I know, it's how you are, Elvis. No problem. You're on my auto shoutouts, Blue. But yeah, how's it going, Blue? I assume you're working, lurking right now. Brain fart. But yeah, let's get to the Dragon Age. Let's start it. Go over to the gameplay channel. Oh, I thought I saw something had to install, and I'm like, what? You should feel special. It's a place of honor. Also, all the things that were going by while I was talking about how we got a PlayStation 5 now. I just gotta find Last of Us. They didn't have it at the store. We did this all trading in for. It was so weird. I was telling Autumn a little bit earlier on Messenger. Like, it was so weird walking into a store. Just each of us carrying a box of games. And then just walking out with a PS5. It was like we got a PS5, a game, and a stand for my headphones that I've been wanting for a while, but I didn't want to pay like $50 for these things. And it was like $9, and you can't trade in for cash, you only trade in for store credit. You can't spell flawless with lawless. Hey, Bear! Yeah, it was on the list for a while, but then we decided not to bother because, like, most games were coming to PC anyway. Oh, without. That makes more sense. And then the whole Last of Us debacle happened, and now Spider-Man 2 is coming out, and that's, like, my husband's favorite game, and Bloodborne is one game I've been wanting to play because of Negatron that's still only on PlayStation. And then we're like, you know what? I was like, I can't justify buying it though. I was just gonna borrow someone's PS4 to play Last of Us 2, but then he was like, well, why don't we just get a PlayStation 5 of our own? And I'm like, so I'm excited. It just felt weird to like not actually hand a card or money over, like, you know. I don't make much sense because I'm a bear wolf. If anything, bear, you make the most sense because of that. Oh yeah, but don't forget, next week, Monday to Friday, is our streamathon for Lambda Legal. I'll read you those for anyone who needs any links. 8 p.m. EST each night on my channel, benefiting Lambda Legal. I'm all for the barter system. It was so nice, but so weird. It's just, I've never done anything like that before, really. Streamathon hype. I'm gonna call it that for now, the Streamathon. Charity. In case you want to learn about Lambda Legal, it's right there. They do a lot to protect the LGBTQ plus community, and specifically the reason I picked them over like Trans Lifeline, because I know Erin Gray is doing Trans Lifeline charity for them all Pride Month. So if you want to donate to them, you can go over to her channel too. Let me give her a shout out, or them a shout out. Yeah, there you go. They're doing Trans Lifeline, which I was debating doing, either Trans Lifeline or Trevor Project, but then I found Follow River Family Lambda Legal, and the reason I chose them, with everything going on right now with trans rights and everything, they don't just help the individuals, which is amazing, but they also do things at the state level, federal level, whatnot, like, you know, if rights are being violated, like a lot of the bills are right now, they will sue the states to try and get these bills changed. So I feel like that, not that the other stuff, like helping individuals in crisis, isn't important, but there's a lot of charities that do that already. Whereas I hadn't really heard of any that do this. So that was really important to me, to try and help them with what they're doing. But I also think Trans Lifeline is very important, so, and also Erin Gray is really cool. And you should go give them a follow. Exactly. Because, like, it's great that we're helping the people in crisis, but why are they in crisis? You know? So I'd rather attack the root of the problem, and follow Wyvern! How's it going? Long time no see. And I have a lot of important, very important people in my life who are trans, some of which are currently living in the US. So it's a bit of a personal thing for me too. Not just a basic human rights issue, which, I mean, I'd still be feeling very strongly for it, even if I didn't have people I was personally attached to, but, you know. So that's why I decided to do that instead of a subathon, because honestly I feel weird asking for subscriptions, one, and two, I just really wanted to do something that gave back, because the world really sucks, and I want to make it better. And I feel I can do that better by giving to charity rather than being like, guys, give me money. So, don't give me the money, give these charities money. But yeah, so it should be fun though. I know Monday we got our Mass Effect Monday. Alvis and Casual will be joining Fallen Wyvern and I while we kick ass in Mass Effect multiplayer, which has been a lot of fun. I'm so glad to have this back in my life. Aw, you, Autumn, you. I need to get a reverse card emote. Oh, I'm sure someone already has that somewhere. But I should make it one day. But, And then Tuesday, it's supposed to be Left 4 Dead versus matches, but I gotta figure out what's going on with that because that's a bit harder to schedule people for. Because we need exactly 8 for the whole time for that to be able to work. So, and then Wednesday is Crab Game. If you have a Steam account, it's free on Steam. Just download it and come play with us for a couple hours. It is complete ridiculousness. It's just nothing but ridiculous games where you get eliminated and then you just do it over and over again, and then none of them make sense. It's just chaos ensues, and it's a lot of fun. And then Thursday will be Left 4 Dead. Not Left 4 Dead. Dead by Daylight. I'm pretty sure I got that booked up with who's joining me, but I'm not sure yet. I gotta clarify that today. And then Friday is Open Lobbies, so it should be a lot of fun. Friday's Open Lobbies DBD. Who knows? We might even, depending on who ends up joining, we may end up even in custom matches where I play killer and kill people from the community. We're kind of playing it by ear. But there's going to be a lot of fun things. I don't think I've gone over the goals, actually, in a while. If I ever did, I haven't done it in a bit, and since it's coming up, I should do that now. And then we'll get to the Dragonage. What do I want? What am I doing with my life? Here we go. Yeah, I'm still a little tired after everything. Is it downloads? Did I not? Here we go. It is downloads. Alright, so. Jupe Community Murderer. I mean, I did say that there's that one quote. I may be a serial killer, but I'm still Canadian. Cloaked in darkness, the night is pizza. That is also true. I'm a little tired, guys. I went to sleep at 10 because they made me. And it was fine. I was falling asleep at like 7, so I was totally fine with going to sleep at 10. But I just couldn't get to sleep at all. I kept waking up. And then at 5 o'clock, they were like, get out of bed, get home, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, so I'm out of it. But anyway, our milestones. $10 to get your name written on the Wall of Fame, along with our first Wall of Fame name, Autumn. $25 donation. I said to get you a Bean Boozle spin. I don't have the spinner, but I will just blindly grab from this bag. And then we'll find out what I got. And milestones. The goal is $200, but obviously we want to go bigger and better. $50 milestone. You guys get to write a tweet for me. $100. We're going to do an ad-lib story with chat, so that should be fun. That always ends up ridiculous. And then I get to try and read it out loud without laughing. It's not going to happen. $200. We're going to do a BioWare character tier list, which is always a good time. And then we get the stretch goals. $300. We do a Butts by Daylight tier list. We're going to rate the butts on Dead by Daylight because there's some nice butts. $400. We're going to go on Hero Forge and we're going to make a mini for me to paint. Together. I don't know, that might be a little chaotic, but we'll see how that goes. And then with $500, I have to play a match of DBD with random perks and no audio on my end. I mean, that just means I'll take my headphones off and set them over there. Like, the sound will be on for you guys. But every $25 above that final stretch goal equals another match where I have to do that. And I'm debating a super secret stretch goal, but I'm not sure if I have the guts for that yet. We'll see. It'll be a mystery stretch goal. You gotta reach it to find out what it is, but I haven't decided if we're doing it yet. I'm still flip-flopping on that one. But yeah. So that should be fun. I'm hoping for some hilarity. Oh, and I forgot to add, every $50 there will be a Steam key giveaway. Because I got Steam keys to give to people, you know? Is there sound? Yes, there's sound. I hear my shuffling. Oh, there's the fast travel. Okay, okay. Let's go exploring Skyhold. This might be kind of a boring... I think I have to wait till I've upgraded it a bit. This might be a bit of a boring day, because I might just be running around talking to everybody. Maybe that's also what you're into, I don't know. Josephine! My love!
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national
Hey,
pastime.
Cozy DH! Let me
And
give you a shout out
laziness.
here. Oh, crap. I forgot
Damn.
that.
The court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Very nice. Very nice. Have you seen Dragon Age before? I don't like to assume people have. Just because everyone in my friends group is like a BioWare fanatic, so I try not to assume everyone else out there has played it. Yeah, I think he was too, yeah. I know he was talking about it. I don't know if he ever did it. It's hard to remember. I'm bad at remembering things. Okay, okay. This is one of my absolute favorite game is Mass Effect, hence the Commander Jupe. So I was just going by Jupe. I felt that was a little too short for Twitch. But yeah, this is my like second favorite game series. I'd say probably.
Exactly what do you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
Head out now.
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war.
Love you too.
Her cousin, Grand Duke
I'm gonna have
Gaspar,
so much fun.
seeks to take her throne by force. Leliana reports that a group
Don't get
of
an accent
rebels
because you're
have been
listening to how cool I
sabotaging
am.
both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orle holds Tevinter at bay. All of Teda will be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orle will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
Follower's gonna go to work in. He's going to work late because he has to stay late tonight. So that's why we had time to do the PlayStation stuff. One of my internet friends goes by Jupe online, and for a moment I was like, "Are they the same person?" But no, you are not my Jupe. One of her friends had named their cat Jupe, and I was like, "But they spelled it like that." No, mine was making fun of. My sister and I were kind of making fun of the cologne Jupe at one point because her boyfriend at the time wore it, and though apparently it smells really good, I never smelled it. We're just making fun of the name of it, and we were really hyper that day, and then it just somehow by the end of the night we ended up calling it like we just call each other Jupe instead of our names now. But and then one day we had both changed our Steam usernames to Jupe. And then it just stuck for me. I never changed it back. And I liked it, so it just became my username everywhere. That's just who I am now, you know?
Does Celine know about the threats against her? Can we send word?
I've sent messages to the Empress.
This is me
But
now,
it's impossible
Dad.
to know if she's
Exactly.
received them. We don't have enough sway with the court to arrange an invitation. Perhaps a few more alliances.
Or soldiers.
We need a greater presence in Orlais. And soon.
Okay. Let's go find the war room, which I'm pretty sure is up here. It's been a while, though. I have not played this game in a while. This is my first day back to Skyhold. The Inquisition has received an urgent request for aid from Orzammar, a subterranean.
Leliana? Are you? I suppose not. Haven was trying.
Okay. A subterranean earthquake has collapsed one of their Illyrium mines and endangered several others. Even worse, tunnel seals preventing Darkspawn from overrunning the dwarven occupied deep roads have crumbled, allowing hordes of the enemy to invade. Orzammar is a key provider of the Inquisition's lyrium supplies, and as such, its security is a top priority. The earthquake opened a fissure in the Storm Coast Mountains, granting direct access from the surface to the threatened region underground. Constructing a mining lift at the fissure site will permit the Inquisition to transport forces directly to where Darkspawn fighting is fiercest.
you arrange what we discussed earlier, Ambassador?
I found the money. The Inquisition will compensate the families of those we lost at Haven.
Thank you.
Alright, so we're running with connections. Get people in Orzammar to do it, because they'd be better than any of us. A construction team arrived in the Storm Coast Mountains and set up a mining lift to transport Inquisition forces from the Earthquake Fissures opening down into the deep roads. Inquisitor, the mining lift in the Storm Coast Mountains will be finished by the time you get here. Anyone going into the deep roads should dress accordingly. Don't skimp on the armor and bring the best weapons in Skyhold's arsenal. I also recommend packing plenty of dry rations. Most things down there will be looking to eat the Inquisition, not the other way around. Scout Harding. I love Scout Harding. Not now. Okay, so let's do some resources.
To work?
Inquisitor.
Fiona, we got word out to everyone we could, but some cells were too remote to reach. We'll need the Inquisition to contact them, at least let them know the Templars are gone. They are gone, right? Who's sketch? They sound pretty sketch. Rebel mages may not believe we aren't Templars. I can ask the Banorn for help contacting them. Alright, sure. Whatever. What's the next big thing I have to do? Bester Montelier, I am pleased to have made the acquaintance of your friends here in Orlais, and even more pleased that they have convinced Carolina to throw aside her spurious claim to Lides. In truth, we have no quarrel with her husband Stefan, and would have caused my heartache to cross blades with him. Lides will honor the Inquisition's support in time to come. For now, I am sending a dozen relieving chevaliers to serve on behalf of my family, with foot soldiers following shortly. Yay, we made someone a duke and now they're helping us. Okay. Investigating strange chalk markings. Posts set up along the Imperial Highway, ostensibly to guard trade routes and facilitate procuring supplies for the Inquisition. Eyes on all approaches. Fourth night, a caravan carrying refugees makes camp nearby for protection. After midnight, a young woman on crutches makes small talk with a patrol guard. After he passes, she crouches and makes the mark on a tent post. Oh, okay, some lady killed herself. I don't understand what that's to do with anything, but thanks for telling me, I guess. So I gotta build up more power before I can start doing other things. To find the blacksmith. I figure everyone is here because it's a lot bigger in this area. Oh, that's nothing. That was where Solus was.
So much room for whatever was here.
As I explored the Fade, I felt the presence of an intriguing artifact in the hinterlands. If you are willing, I would like to locate it. I have marked its location as best I could determine.
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, to my wondering. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your anchor, as Corypheus calls it, allows you some control over the breach. That suggests it was deliberate.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade, but according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality, where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful, and the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreams. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living. And the demon, is that wish gone wrong?
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them, if not in peace, at least without such active confrontation?
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Are you excited we're going to our local Pride Fest this weekend? Yes, I'm excited to see pictures and stuff. Our local Pride Fest isn't until August for some reason. So there's nothing here we can do, and I'm not driving all the way to Toronto, but we'll just be prideful in our homes for now. But I'm excited to do so in August. I'm excited seeing everyone's pictures. It's been fun.
One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy?
Hello, Dorian.
No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
I'm flirting with them, I don't care.
I was distracted. That's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of both.
So June is always Pride Month. But for some reason, our local community doesn't do the parade and everything until August. I'm not sure. I presume it's because we don't want to compete with Toronto, but maybe there's more to it than that. I don't know. It's just always been August here. But I wish it was in June, especially this year because the weather's so nice right now. I'd rather have it right now than in August when it's going to be hot as hell. So remember last year? Last year, we were like, oh my god, we're going to die out here. Like, we go early so we can find a spot in the shade, and then at least it's not as horrible, right? But last year, we got there late, but I happened to find one of the few spots left in the shade that was right by a restaurant's doors, and they had opened them wide so people would like be encouraged to come in, and they were giving out samples to everyone walking by. But every so often, the cold air from the air conditioning would come out and hit us, and we're just like, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the only reason we made it through last year's Pride Fest. We got to the after the parade part, and it was just like, no, we lasted like 5 minutes, and then we all left. Because it was just so hot. It was bad.
How interesting to find someone so aware of his strengths.
I'm a man of many talents. What can I say? I always assumed the elder one behind the Venatori was a magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter,
I'm with you.
They say the
3-month Pride
tales
season.
of magisters starting the Blight are just that.
Only ends at Halloween.
But here we are. One of those very magisters, a dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say dark spawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to
I
admit
am
they shit the
down
bed.
for that.
But if Corypheus is one of the magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
By the way, I never thought to ask. Do you prefer to go by like the full cozy DH, DH cozy? But that'd be so cool. Just Halloween and Pride. I'd allow a little Christmas sprinkled in. I just without the capitalism. Yeah, because I like Christmas. I just don't like the capitalism. Ooh. Oh, it came up earlier. Do you know about the pronoun extension? I can get that copied if you don't. Because I don't have a command for it. I just have a timer for it. That's something I should work on. Command. Let me fix that right now, actually. While we're sitting here. Doing absolutely nothing. No. Okay. It's really handy. And I'm going to take this moment just in case this ever comes up again. Or I can just... Because eventually I like to turn the timer off. Just because it kind of... Oh, I've never opened Nightbot while my stream is going. It has the chat right there. That's cool. Anyway. Timers. Pronouns. I'm going to... But I wanted to turn them back on with Pride. But sometimes it comes up in conversation. It'd be nice to have a command for it. Yeah, I don't have one. Gotta fix that. Pronoun. There we go. And then there you go. That's the link. It's really easy to do, which I appreciated. I like seeing it. It's especially good because it doesn't show up in my chat in OBS, but it shows up in the chat bubbles on my screen here in the bottom right, so I can see it. No problem. Because I don't have my chat open in my browser. I have it open in OBS, right? Because there's been a couple situations where I was definitely misgendering people until like joined my server and then chose their pronoun, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I really want the pronoun thing up. So the actual chat box in OBS, it won't show it, but the little thing at the bottom right there where it shows everyone's under my camera. I'm like trying to point at my screen like you can see, but I realize if I do this, I'm pointing right at it. I'm pointing at it. It does show it, as you can see, so... Right? But it's like, I also get worried about asking. Like, now it's less bad, because people tend to be more understanding. But I'm always afraid if I ask someone, I'm going to get one of those people that are all like, I don't have pronouns. Like, pronouns are woke bullshit or whatever, you know. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this right now, so I'm just... But yeah. So I shall take this to memory. DH, pronouns they, them. It's really important for me to make sure I get it right at the beginning too, because if I assume something at the beginning, it's going to take a long time for me to unlearn that first thing I remembered. Exactly. That's a good one. Yeah. Well, I mean in public usually. I don't have any problem asking here because, like you said, ban Ned. Ban Ned. I have a little more confidence on my stream because, like, this is my space. Get the F out if you don't agree with people having rights. It's a little more nerve-wracking in public where people can, like, punch you or something. Or I get yelled at with actual voices. Peridot, what could you possibly want? You have food and water. You don't like attention, so it can't be that. Unless it's one of those rare moments you want attention. Yeah, oh yeah. Or you just being your namesake over here, being a little gremlin. Ooh, I did a little more on the drums and the dude. I have to say, I love the difference a wash makes. I don't know if you can see from here. He's a lot darker now, though. So I'll have to highlight him a bit better. But he's got his muscles. Look how defined they are now. Just wait for it to, like, focus on it, not me. Focus on this, camera. Focus on this hot stuff. No, it just wants to look at Grogu. But his muscles are so defined now. And the drums look better. I should do some touching up. Hopefully I'll have time to do it on Monday, but we'll see. With the streamathon going on every night, I might be too exhausted to do my daytime streams too. We'll say he could be lying.
We only know what Corypheus claims to be.
True. He might be a convincing liar, or delusional, or insane.
Yes, Peridot?
But how many delusional maniacs are going to have that knowledge? He broke open the Fade. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no. It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that it wasn't like, Tevinter wasn't like, yeah, guys, let's do this thing. We're all on board. I get the impression it was just a group of really extreme dudes who were like, let's do this, and did it against everyone's will. But I haven't watched the anime yet. I don't know if it goes into that at all. I keep forgetting it exists. So if you want to get into Dragon Age at all, but don't want to take time to play the games, the Dragon Age Absolution on Netflix, I'm told, is really good. I've only watched the first episode, though. And then I keep forgetting it exists. I really need to get on that. So Dread Wolf comes out sometime in the near future. Maybe. And I would like to play that.
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now. Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yeah?
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this.
Hello, Dorian.
Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
I really don't think I care about talking to you. Who the heck is this?
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant
Oh.
to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
You're taking over the duties of Maeve?
Yes, a death provided the vacancy. I am
Oh
told there
no,
are many who
I didn't save Maeve.
My skills will ensure that you do not miss her ability.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
You were made tranquil.
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor.
Ugh.
I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My
Hey.
skills are well used in my current position.
Get the F out, man. I love you, but you're too disruptive. Yeah, we're gonna pet you. Get you some good pets. Get you on your way. She seems very uncomfortable, but I'm not holding her at all right now. So don't get on the desk. Go that way. Ah,
As
Peridot.
you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Ah. Gonna go talk to stupid face. Dear Liliana, you'll be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples II is still unhappy about his meal plan and he tries to get into the pantry. I had to have a bolt installed and now he whines constantly. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news, I've managed to discourage from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. Felicienne from 2 doors over has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. She is quite delightful, and Schmooples the second is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago. An agent of one of the Blanchards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples 2 in his face and tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for a garter to take over nug keeping. Sparrow.
I'm sorry.
So am
Inquisitor, I was not expecting a visit. You had little interest in speaking to me privately before.
Oh, we're gonna be a bitch about it now, huh?
Dear Josephine says, it's never too late to make a
Guys, I
friend.
don't like Liliana. That's why I avoided her. 1 second. Yeah. Ah, Strawberry, hello! 1 second. My hair was in my face and it was bothering me. Alright.
I
How's
hope
it
I'm not
going?
disrupting anything.
The commander was just delivering the names of those we lost at Haven. You must blame me for this.
Yes.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
Ugh. Hope everything's okay.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
More likely, they would have stayed out there, died, and we would have lost Haven anyway.
You don't know that.
Commander Goop.
Their lives
Uh.
bought Haven a small chance.
Hey, Gina.
My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
I did go into great detail at the beginning of the stream about all the goop in my hair and how it was like wads of gum. It was disgusting. But it washed out pretty easily, thankfully. Everything will be fine, I'm just Lestressa. Yeah. Ugh, I hate days like that at work.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter.
Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus?
We are better than Corypheus.
Well, I hope I can change her from being such a frickin'... What did you just knock down? Get out of here. Get. That's why I don't let you up here. Knock down one of my hot orc dancers. Working is terrible. Capitalism continues to be a mistake. I agree. That's why I don't work right now, though eventually I'm going to have to start working again. Can't afford this forever. We're just exploring this place and saying hi to all our friends. I don't think there was anything over here, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's just the upstairs. Okay. 200% correct. What do you win? Can't go that way yet. Oops, repair guy is here. I have to disappear for a bit. No problems. You and nothing go back to work. Ugh, it's true. It's So true, it hurts.
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
It was a bad location. We should have moved sooner.
You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
I don't like any of these.
I'm not going to forgive what happened at Haven. Corypheus will answer for what he's done.
You're angry. Good. Anger can save you when everything else is gone. Just make sure you put it to good use. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Ugh, that's frustrating, Gina. No, I get it. Get it out. Just be like, rah. Seriously, that sucks. Hopefully he gets there soon.
So, Inquisitor. It is Inquisitor now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little badges I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Drosto, what does step in?
Let me know what she says. I could use some clarification myself.
It's swearing, not praying. She doesn't answer. Not like she's supposed to. I know what happened to you, or what everyone here thinks happened. It seems... I don't know what it seems.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started. Oh, wait. Too late, right? A magister who cracked the Black City. It's a hazy dream, right? I mean, if it's real, then the seat of the Maker? Real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker? Real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world? Real things. It's too far, isn't it? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing?
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those.
Corypheus.
Good enough? Please be good enough.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Oh, Sarah. My love! Well, not yet.
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
So how did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. You know how it is. Even growing up Talmashoth, your parents had to tell you about some of it, right? No name. I figure your parents chose yours the same way. Nice going on a Dar, by the way. Weapon. I like that.
Ooh, romance interest. Yeah, Iron Bull's... Like, I'll say forever, Garrus is totally, like, my fave. It's my ride or die. Ah, didn't come up. But Iron Bull, I think, his romance is my favoritely written romance in all the BioWare games I've seen.
But why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like hitting things. Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
Seedless dick. I forgot about that one. Ooh. Some of the band names we come up with are quite ridiculous. Let's see if I get another one. The Apostatutes, that was from Dragon Age.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
No, no, you had something to give me.
How's it going?
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time. I promise.
Okay, this doesn't work now, though.
Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined
Oh,
us.
I suppose.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. She doesn't talk much.
I was about to say, like, normally I would believe this might work because whatever, I'm just a person, but it's like I'm a very distinctive Kunari, and there's only 2 Kunari around here right now. But I suppose. No, even Iron Bull's mercenaries don't have another Kunari. They would totally recognize me. Anyway,
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori? Or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a
Blackwall just appeared back there.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't sing the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink.
Oh, wink.
I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option. But a few faces might help.
You made it sound like you didn't like the Inquisition.
People don't always tell the truth when you're polite. You've gotta poke them a bit.
Those 2 soldiers might think you're an asshole.
So,
I knew some of the soldiers felt like that. But to actually hear it,
it's hard to be just an idea sometimes. That's all you are to most of them. It's why you could stand right in front of them without being recognized. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
Oh, wow, okay. Iron Bull was too hot, it just crashed the game. Let's start this back up. Hopefully I didn't lose too much of that. That was really random. Don't usually have issues with Dragon Age crashing.
Hey, boss.
Yeah, do the scene
what did
again.
you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
We'll do it quick though.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time. I promise. Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band.
Tanner. I'm from Jada. Well,
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. She doesn't talk much.
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live with it.
What about you, Mira?
I saw what happened at it. I don't think the Chant of Light is...
Okay.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink.
I'm glad you're
I
liking
know
it.
every
It's really
soldier at
good.
my command.
Speaking of,
Have that option. But a few faces might.
You made it sound like you didn't like the Inquisition.
People don't always tell the truth when
I love that Freddie Prinze Jr. is just voice acting now.
Those two soldiers might think you're an asshole.
So,
I knew some of the soldiers felt
Okay.
like that. But to actually hear it,
it's hard to be just an idea sometimes. That's all you are to most of them. It's why you could stand right in front of them without being recognized. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
I thought it crashed again. Why did it put me here? By Scott Harding instead of by him. Okay, well anyway. Yeah, because he voice acts in Mass Effect 3. He's Vega. He's Iron Bull on this. He's Kanan in Rebels. I don't know if he's been in anything else.
Have you met this friend of Barrick's Inquisition?
Oh yeah, I have to go meet them.
not yet, no.
It had better not be who I think it is. I will wring that little bastard's neck.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentagast, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
Yeah. Iron Bull is Freddie Prinze Jr.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family?
The Pentagasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds
So
of
what a
relatives
coincidence.
so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentagasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
Yeah, he's honestly half the reason I liked Rebels as much as I did. That and other things I don't want to get into in case you haven't gotten there and I don't want to spoil you.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that?
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentagasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
I'd rather not.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a Mortaletasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Your uncle was a Mortaletasi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The Mortaletasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Nevarans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that? It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
That's what happens with stories that become legends.
I am not a legend, nor was I then. I was a young woman barely out of training. To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart, and there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy's gratitude. Many of them died at the conclave.
I think you're a hero, no matter how you downplay it.
Fine. But it was 20 years ago. I will not rest upon my laurels.
I'll let you get back to work.
Let's see if I can change my clothes, because it's really bothering me that I'm wearing the weird armor. Okay. Nope, I still wear this around town. That's annoying. Excuse me. I can't even get in there yet. Okay.
Scout Harding,
Your worship.
shouldn't you be out there scouting?
In a bit. We're in Skyhold for supplies and a change of personnel. Not me, though. Indispensable.
So, who's Scout Harding, really?
Me? I'm no one. Lived near Redcliffe all my life. Herded sheep for my neighbor.
When the Inquisition came through my village, I helped by telling them everything I knew about the area. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by that thing out there.
What's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
I have to go.
So, this is Skyhold. Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications.
Okay.
We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
He's not going to get the better of us again.
We lost good soldiers that day, loyal men and women. Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
Watch that this enthusiasm of yours doesn't get you killed.
I wouldn't be the first to die in your service. The people flock
Wow.
to your banner,
Blackwall.
eager to fight for the Herald of Andraste. Their faith is a leash, and your Inquisition has taken hold of it. Tell me honestly. Are you
Rude.
what they say you are? Andraste's chosen.
There's so little I remember. What if they're right?
Does it even matter? Don't you see what you are to them?
The stepladder kisses?
Without you,
What?
they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth
Oh, because I'm so much taller than Blackwall?
listen to me talk. Your time is valuable and I've wasted enough of it.
I am so much taller than everybody. Okay, I gotta find the person I gotta meet. And I gotta find the blacksmith. Pretty sure the blacksmith is down below where I just haven't gone yet. Oh, hi, Varric. I forgot how to recreate the appearance. I don't know if I care enough to do that. I wish I was that tall IRL. I'm about 5'8". It's Dorian's hair. That's the hair I want. Give her this hair. She's got a haircut. Then you give me someone we can look up to more. Aww. She was a redhead when I played her. And that's good enough. I don't need to make her exact.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor.
Oh, I'm so much
Figured
taller
you
than
might
her.
have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
You've already dropped half a mountain on the bastard. I'm sure anything I can tell you pales in comparison.
Oh, I don't know. You did save a city from a horde of rampaging Kunari.
I don't see
Welcome
how
to the
that
redheaded
makes it
Canadian
right.
stream.
Or is
It's
there a
true.
horde of rampaging Kunari I don't know about?
I am a horde of rampaging Kunari.
So, then, what can I tell you?
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible, but we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Loghain. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Are we going to see
Corypheus would
Loghain?
certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
I normally kill him in 1, so I'm not used to him being here in 3.
You didn't know about Corypheus. What were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you described.
Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I'll take any lead I can get at the moment.
Good. I'll do whatever I can to help. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it.
Really wish I'd gotten her face.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus?
The Grey Wardens had him in prison. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's all Tevinter magic. But he was dead, I swear it.
Where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up and the exalted march never came.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him. Except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
It's true.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my sister out of the Free Marches. Isabella and I never believed in laying tied down. When I had to go into hiding, she understood. We'll see each other again. Until then, she'll be having fun.
Isabella, my love.
Hopefully not too much fun.
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Bye. Gotta find Cullen's spot again. And then find the blacksmith. Okay, well that's not where Cullen is. Oh, it does let me go down there. Oh, shoot. That's not good. I didn't think it would let me. Am I stuck here now? Shit, I think I'm stuck here now. Oops. Almost got there. Oh, oh no. Oh no, guys. Can't go that way yet. I'll go around. We did it! Go team!
Majestic. How is a place like this ever lost?
I don't remember how to get anywhere, so I'll be running around aimlessly for a while I figure that out.
Here. Inquisitor? Is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured. Do we have many injured men? Fewer by the day. The most grievously injured did not survive the journey to Skyhold. As for the rest, they either heal or... I try to make the passing painless. I haven't seen you before. The commander brought me up from the refugee camps. I'd been helping the pilgrims in simple ways, setting broken bones, simple amputations and such. We need all the help we can get. You aren't a mage. Shouldn't we let the mage healers deal with this? Magic can't cure everything, and we shouldn't rely on it. Science, your worship, is the way of the future. Good health isn't magic, it's diet, exercise, and a balance of the humors. As you were, your worship.
Science! Oh, the blacksmith is over here. I have to find him.
The order was sent?
Yes, come on.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
We were all shaken by what happened.
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but it's improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Everyone has so much faith in my leadership. I hope I'm ready.
You won't have to carry the Inquisition alone, although it must feel like. We needed a leader. You have proven yourself.
You responded quickly to the attack on Haven. Without that, so many more would have died. I'm grateful for any help you can give.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people.
He's at a perfect height for
You have
her.
my word.
Too bad I'm not romancing him.
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit,
It is a demon.
if you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
Cole warned us about Corypheus at Haven. He saved a lot of lives.
And what will its help cost? How many lives will this demon later claim?
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
In my studies, demons either possessed something from this world, or were summoned and bound. They almost never look like
See you
something
later.
a mistake for a person.
Have a good
Normally you'd be
stream.
correct. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
Why are we
These
focusing on her
demons were drawn
chest?
through against their will, driven mad by
Like
this world.
every other conversation, we take the time to tilt the
But
camera
Cole
up for her,
predates
but not today.
From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
Glad to see you're settling in, Cole. Here I was worried you'd
That's
have
not what I
trouble
thought that was
making
gonna be.
friends.
Every breath slower. Like lying in a warm bath. Sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain. Dry. Scraping. Thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes. I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt, the helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
You say he won't die for hours yet, but you can't know that for certain.
His body is failing.
He could recover, or the healers could find another way to help him.
How do you know?
I don't, and neither do you. That's part of life.
Try. I want to stay.
Yay! Okay. Where's the blacksmith then? Is he over here?
Tell the commander that this is the perfect spot for the armory.
Yes, ma'am. Right away.
There's blind. Okay. There's places I can't get to yet, I don't think. Oh, it's been too long, I can't remember where anything is. Oh, that's blocked. That was where I was going earlier that I got lost and fell. I don't think so. Whoop. Oh, I didn't check these doors up here. Aha! Undercraft.
What do they make down here? What can I make?
I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one night. This place, though, it'll be alright. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
You think it's strange to say. It's stranger to hear.
Don't let it go to your head. We need you level. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You did what you could, I suppose.
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
You've got it all up and running?
Your basics, like always. There's space here for, I don't know what. This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
Alright, hopefully work gets better, Starberry. Have a good time. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Care to share?
No. It hurts and I don't want to spit on your efforts. You saved who you could. We have to be happy with that.
Sakatai! How's it going? Let me get your proper shout out here. Look at your both shout outs. Guys, it's Sakatai, writer of our amazing soundtrack, Jupe Effect. Also the PS I Hope one that I was putting at the beginning. No, I'm help if I can spell your name. There we go. How's it going? Hope you're having a good time.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
No problem. Ooh. Oh, we got things with the dragon. Oh. I want schematics. Ugh. Yeah. Work days suck. something. But it's Friday! Are there compotions here? Excuse me. I'm curious what jars of bees. I've never brought them before, but okay. Can't upgrade any of those. It's been so long, guys, I don't remember how all this works. Okay. Ooh. I'll worry about that a bit later. I do kind of like that. But this still is better. Okay. Let me go with grandmother. Depends what to do here. Constitution, strength. Go with Constitution. Wish it was as colorful though. Ooh, I wanted to equip some. Does it let me make the Vitar? Because that'd be nice. Nope. Where's the buy sell? There it is. Oh, tint armor. Oh, there we go. Doesn't seem to be changing anything. I like the high ever weave. Ooh, lustrous cotton. Ooh, ring velvet. There we go. Alright, buy, sell. First, before I do that, I should make sure that everyone is properly equipped. Level 12, okay. That's still better. Okay. He's daggers, as I recall. Yeah. Okay. He's fully equipped. Sweet, now I get everything from there. I know this is the most exciting, right? Let me, guess she's got the better thing equipped. Sarah's medium. Ooh. Dorian is light. Okay, I like the way that it looks on him, but the ginger coat's better. He doesn't have a helmet, I don't think. No. We have no helmets for anybody right now. Yeah, you can't wear that yet. I can't just fight wearing that, so I'll sell that. I like her stuff better. Guys, I'm doing it. It's too good to not to. Nope. Okay. Alright, so looks like you can sell everything but your Elysian armor at this point. And then... nothing you can take there. Alright, well that's good now. Alright, let's buy and sell. Okay. How do I use the upgrades? I thought I used those. Like, do I not use that when modifying armor? I don't know. Maybe I don't have the pieces for them. That's probably what it is. Okay, I've got about half an hour till I need to stop, so I should be able to start something at least. Let me see where we're at for. Okay, so traveling places. Actually, I just realized. War table's ready. Reclaiming the Mage Rebellion. Commander, a lot of mages just showed up. I hope they're friendlies. Because if they're not, we're in trouble. Captain Ryland.
How are the rescue efforts? Have they found anyone alive?
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine.
Hinterland resources. Our shipment of resources from the Hinterlands has arrived. Some onyx. We got some blood lotus. Dorian's request. Now that you're in charge, there's something I thought I'd bring up. There are Venatori mages out there lurking in the wilderness. This comes as no surprise to you, since you can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Crephius's minions. But these particular Venatori have additional significance to myself. For one, I know them personally. I would call them friends, except that it would imply I didn't want them dead, which I do, since I have an idea of where they might be. Thanks to an investigation I began before coming south, I thought we could put our heads together and track them down. At which point, they would sneer something at you in Tevinter, and you would be forced to kill them, which makes everyone happy. You for eliminating a potential threat, me for eliminating men and women too stupid.
The city has agreed to send us 5 dozen guardsmen.
Not raw recruits. With luck, they'll know which end to grip a sword by.
Me for eliminating men and women too stupid and short-sighted to be permitted to continued breath. They would be less happy, but who cares about them? Up to you, my Lady Inquisitor. If there are Venatori out there, they'll show their faces. Someone has seen them, and coin loosens their lips. Let us look into this carefully and quietly. We do not wish to alert the Venatori to our awareness of their existence. We have former Templars skilled at hunting mages. I can send them to follow Dorian's leads. I like Liliana for this.
Inquisitor.
Ruffles, first off, you play a mean hand of Wicked Grace. Second, the lead you dug up for me on finding this Balin Forth guy in Kirkwall is starting to show some promise. I got my editor to look around for me. She's a coterie boss, so people tell her things whether they want to or not. She tracked down the poor sod carrying the manuscripts out of Kirkwall. This is where it gets weird. The courier is the magistrate, Lord Werner Camring. The coterie won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Maybe you could have a polite word with him for me? That sounds like a Liliana thing. I'm owed a few favors with the Viscount's office. I could call one in.
At your service.
I don't think fighting who's copying, you know. The Arcanist! We need to do this! Skyhold has incredible potential for runecrafting and mastercraft smithing. If only we had a gifted mind to gain full benefit. The War and the Venatori have claimed many experts, but we have located an Arcanist with great skill and a reputation for humbling first enchanters in both Andrastian and Imperial circles. 2 assassination attempts and at least 1 explosion have made landholders reluctant to allow her passage through their territory. It will take significant effort to bring her from Tantra Vale, but this Arcanist would be invaluable to the Inquisition. The Arcanist has been secured, despite great cost and the concern of more than a few traditional-minded mages. She awaits a meeting with the Inquisitor in Undercroft. I am so excited! I'll have Colin gather some coin while he's free.
All right.
Let's go talk to our Arcanist. I'm so excited. Jump. Have I checked what's up here yet? Nothing.
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived?
You should see for yourself.
Hello there.
Just my blind spot.
Well, don't just stand there slack-jawed. Let's figure out what you need.
You're the magical advisor?
Oh, you're her. The Inquisitor. I'm Dagna. Arcanist Dagna. It's an honor.
I love Dagna.
Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. Breach was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
I welcome you to the Inquisition, and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Harrod's devices. The precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old thinking. No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Almost safely.
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar.
Wow.
I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. Wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
I had no idea this whole time that Dagna was Laura Bailey, guys. I'm like losing my mind right now. She's such a good voice actress.
You were quick to join the Inquisition. Is there something you want?
How could I waste a chance to get close to you? And Corypheus? My goodness. And actual physical rifts in the veil? Also, dwarves? We don't dream. So, when mages talk about it, I can only, well, dream what it would be like. So there's that, and all the things you'll probably find, and what I'll get to make. The rules are different here. Plus, you're paying me a lot. Like, wow, so much.
What qualifies you to be an Arcanist?
I took the title because I'm a magical researcher, philosopher, and master of practical application. And I like it. I can't actually do magic because I'm a dwarf, but that also means no risk of possession. Safer than a mage. It means that every skill I have, I've learned through reason and understanding.
Nerd.
I know the value of mastering a craft. Did you know dwarves invented enchanting? Probably.
What is it you do, exactly?
I was born to the forge. That's literal in the Smithcast. So the hammer and tong, that's like a heartbeat. But you've a man for that already, and a good one. I'm here because of my passion for magic. Magical study, magical theory, magical enchantment. manipulation of masterworks. I studied it all with an objective eye. No secrets, no fears. That lets me apply principles like no other. Maybe one other, but I don't have that wonky of a mind, so I still kind of win.
Self-summoning its sandal.
What's the story with enchanting?
Lyrium is the heart. In certain rational patterns, it beats like something alive. That's how I see it. So, a mage can make your weapons do things, but with the right runes, the right rarities, your toys become wonders. It's the one thing mages can't do. Drives them mad. Literally. Dwarves are resistant, so it doesn't affect us. Mostly.
You have the ability to make exceptional weapons and armor. Masterworks.
There's an art to the forge, as well as enchanting. You need an ear for it. And hands. Eyes, too. Nothing bad to say about Herod on that front. He's wonderful. But there's this little more needed. With the right bits, an edge can be more than an edge. Armor can do more than protect. A hue can be just a bit brighter. In short, smithing can be more. In short.
Another time, Dagna.
Of course. Bring me what you want made, and I'll make sure it goes just right.
Inquisitor.
Any thoughts about our new tenant?
You sure she doesn't own the place? Acts like it.
No offense. It needed work.
And fine work she's done to it. And for you. Don't mind me. Been a lot changed lately. Cheery as sugared flowers she is.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
Did it have an item? Enchanted. Okay. Here it created masterwork. Nothing there is masterwork, okay. Okay. Have an item enchanted. I'm stuck. How do I enchant something? Where's the enchantment? Enchantment? Is that under the modify? Talk to her about it?
What can I do for you?
Dagna, show me what you can do.
You want fire? The first ask is always fire. It's fire, isn't it? Here's how it goes. Bring me the rare stuff for enchanting or masterworks and prep it here, just like normal. Except it's not normal. It's manipulation of primal forces. And I'll make sure it goes just right. You'll see. Let's see together.
Okay. Guess I'll figure that out later then. Okay. So we have enough power to do those things. Gotcha. Found the 2 hinterlands. Most is requesting the Inquisition's urgent assistance. Go to the war table to learn why. Okay, so go to the Storm Coast. Let's take care of that. And bring Varric. Let's bring Cole for a little bit because he's fun. And Iron Bull. It was 2 hours of talking.
Inquisitor, the workers are almost done building a lift to the deep roads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. And the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
Josephine's report mentioned several Lyria mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
From your tone, I'd guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gazers like me aren't allowed in the city. The lift's ready for you. Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
No big.
This reminds me of a story.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf and his friend who got crowned King of the Nugs.
A Nug King, really?
It's not as good as it sounds. Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll in it. Welcome to the deep roads.
So, the deep roads. Do you think there'll be tight spaces? Long hallways with low ceilings?
Possibly. Why?
I'm just hoping my horns fit.
Palms calloused, clutching, clawing when the dust came.
The miners.
The stones were angry. I didn't think stones got angry.
He totally looks like he was designed after Rupert Grint.
Horut, Nalfric, your names will not be forgotten.
You must be Shaper Volta.
A trustful Inquisitor. The Shaper it welcomes you to the Deep Roads.
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
Gotta love real dwarves.
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in Lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
How many dwarves have you lost?
More than we can count. The mining caste has suffered greatly. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold. The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the Darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyria.
What will happen if we lose more lyrium mines?
The surface needs lyrium for all sorts of magic. The Inquisition more than most, I understand. And Orzammar's economy relies on the lyrium trade. Without it, there will be chaos above and below.
Orzammar deals with Darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid. Any threat to the flow of lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
Apologies for pushing you. I fear the damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
Alright. I was gonna stop there, but I want to be able to chase her down. Okay. Smash! Alright, so we're gonna figure out who to raid out to here now. One second. Yeah, I did save, okay. Nope. I know how to press buttons. Alright, okay, so reminder, we got the fundraiser starting Monday night. I may show up a little early. I may do painting on Monday morning, but I don't know. I'm not committing to that just in case there's too much time, you know? And all that jazz. Brain. So please do stick around for the raid. Just gonna see who I'm raiding out to. One second here. Alright, we're gonna raid, that's the word I'm looking for. Raid on over to Mrs. Mothmom, though she is still on her starting soon page, but she's got a big event today. I may be joining it later, I don't know yet though. Depends how my day goes. But we'll see. So she's still in her starting soon screen. But we'll raid over to her now anyway. But yeah. So, thank you everyone for joining me today. Sorry again it was a short stream, but good things, you know. Good things were had because of it, so I'm glad for that. There we go. Okay. That's good. Perfect timing. We'll bring it over to her now. Don't forget the drill. And I hope to see you guys on Monday night for the streamathon. So everyone, have a good weekend, have a good night, and I will see you later. Bye!